folks. I hope that you're doing well. Today I am doing a reading on lilsimsie. She's someone that I've been watching for some years. I've been a major fan of The Sims now since pretty much since 2000, right? I don't know, whenever one of those expansion packs came out is when I got into it. But she's a really, really neat. She's done a bunch of really neat fundraisers for LGBT causes. And, as a very, very light fan, by no means am I a huge, I'm not devoted, can I just say, right? I'm not the obsessed kind of fan. But I did want to give back, right? I've really enjoyed watching her streams, and I wanted to find a way to see what I could do to give back in the same way that she's just entertained me for so many hours, right? Through my school, when I was going through graduate school, watched lilsimsie just while I was studying, right? So first I wanted to kick off with a sound bath first. So that's my cat Tifa. It's cold in this part of Texas, very cold. It's below freezing, in fact, and she kind of expects to be fed again. Today we are doing a Grand Lenormand, a Grand Tableau Lenormand spread, I should say, for how lilsimsie can have the next, I should call her Kayla, excuse me, for how Kayla can have the next best 10 years of her life. So from this year, 2022 to 2032. Kind of crazy how time goes by. Okay, we are back. I'm finished checking my older camera, make sure it's still running. So, I wanted to look at the cards of fate after I looked at the heart of the situation for the next 10 years for Kayla / lilsimsie. I see some real difficulties with putting herself first, right? You can only give to others as long as you give to yourself. With a Twitch career, with a YouTube career, between family and other obligations, it's going to be more difficult for her to focus on herself over these next 10 years. So that's something that these coins are asking her to watch out for. I do see a bit of a tower moment with her celebrity status, right? We'll get more into what's going on this row, but the heart of the situation over the next 10 years is maybe asking, do I want to continue to do this whole Twitch / YouTube thing? There may come a point where Kayla says, I've gotten everything that I've wanted out of being on Twitch, being on YouTube. It's time for me to leave. Definitely this is asking Kayla to keep an eye on when that time comes, to stay in tune with herself, with her spirit guides. I don't know how spiritual she is, but definitely to stay close to your stay close to her intuition watch out when it's when it's the best time to walk away from all this, from all this stuff. If it ever gets overwhelming. That's the heart of the situation for the next 10 years for Kayla. With establishing herself, it's going to be an incredibly valuable experience. And this is establishing herself past where she started. She may be heading over to EA. She may be heading over to Maxis sometime in the future, the distant future, right? And this will be both, it'll be a little bit of a gamble in the sense that this will be pretty different from what she's done in the past before. But she needs to make this gamble. As long as she is keeping her dharma in mind first, as long as she is working on herself to be the best version of herself that she can be on a personal level, for her family, right? As long as she's working to be the best version of herself, I see this gamble being a really neat gamble that she should be taking. So definitely establishing herself past just Twitch, past YouTube. It feels like these can be kind of shaky platforms. When I did a reading for another streamer who had been kicked off the Twitch platform or kicked out of the partner program, I saw within that spread that Twitch was going to start moving more towards a specific kind of Amazon customer service attitude. So this would apply to folks like lilsimsie or Hassan or Vosh or whoever. If you're in the partner program, Twitch is going to start asking those folks, start asking you to start having a specific kind of customer service attitude towards the people that subscribe to you. Just something to keep an eye out on. I do feel like that Twitch was letting go of like the, I hate to put it this way, the bottom of the barrel folks who kind of had a contentious relationship with their subscribers. Twitch is kind of low-key cleaning people out, getting ready for this customer service phase. This may be part of what's going on with lilsimsie. It's going to be, it's maybe what causes her to say, do I want to continue to do this? So these are the most red letter, most exciting highlight parts of a grand tableau, but there's a lot more. So I did notice that Dan and Kayla appear up in this top corner, up on this first row, and I do see this as being a wedding, being their wedding that kind of will be in the past. Once these 10 years really start to get rolling, this is going to be the start of these 10 years, and this is going to be more towards the future. So what we can do is take a look at this first row, and I see this marriage being a labor of love for these folks, right? Cross would in other circumstances be burden, doctrine, that kind of thing, but I really do feel like this is going to be a relationship that they love to work on, which is awesome, right? They've made an awesome choice here. They've made a long-term choice. I do see them being married for a long time. They're going to work on this. They're going to make sure that this works out. This is going to be the best thing possible for them. So this is, of course, this is where it starts. The wedding starts here, and then the anchor continues to appear in the future, which is what gives me the idea that this is going to be around for a while. Stork, cycles, home, we associate storks with babies, that kind of thing. I do notice that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that the stork lands on the house of the snake. So in this case, this would be about cycles that don't need to be there anymore. Seriously, I can feel like one of the best ways to have a really long-term relationship for the next 10 plus years is to pull up old cycles that don't need to be there anymore. Let them go, discard them, And this will be part of your security. This will be what builds your security. Not just for yourselves on a private level, but on a more extended level with friends and family. Getting rid of old cycles is going to be the key to a long lasting marriage past the 10 years, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, right? What's that going to be like? So we're going to take a look at the heart of the situation and part of its row. We were talking about the snake just a second ago. Here is deception, and it lands alongside the birds. Now, I've heard of some snakes being able to catch birds, but this is going to be about deception being created by gossip. There is a risk here that somehow gossip is going to be part of this, and this would be like this is trending on Twitter kind of gossip, right? That kind of level of internet gossip. That's going to be something that's circulating, around the time of their wedding. That's going to be something that starts to build up towards this heart of the situation. I feel like Kayla's going to tend to absorb this, and this is something that she should not do, right? Absorb in the sense that she bottles this up, buries it. This is something that she should not do. Therapy is going to be absolutely incredible for whatever's going on, right? People are just going to talk awful things, right? It doesn't matter if people see you happy and successful, and if they're not working on themselves towards their happiness, towards their success, there's going to be this kind of garbage. I encourage Kayla to not bottle this up, to talk it out with trusted folks, with Dan, with a therapist, because she really, really needs to put her self-care first. She can't give to her kids, she can't give to her husband, she can't give to her extended family if she doesn't fill her emotional, spiritual, mental cup first. And I really feel like that's going to be a challenge over the next 10 years. I'm going to pray that it's something that she knows to work on. She knows that it's a problem and starts to work on it. That'd be the ideal, best case scenario here. I do see these difficult problems being around for a while, being a bit of a bossy kind of a situation. Really, really heavily influencing. It may be that there are some messages that she's getting behind the scenes from Twitch that is causing these issues. When I see book, that can be about education, but in this case, this would be about secrets. So when you're in a partner program, I'm sure that there are some things that you can't say that are part of your contract. Wouldn't know, okay? But I bet that there may be some things that are really bothering her, some things that Twitch is telling her to say that she's really uncomfortable with saying, and it may get to a head here in the future. And it may have some influence on the decade after these 10 years, which this Grand Tableau is covering. I want to take a look at the row that's another part of her heart of the situation. This is where she has a reckoning with her celebrity status. So there's something about her community, either on Twitch, on YouTube, or maybe on other social media platforms, that these folks are incredibly loyal and that they're going to do some up-leveling catalytic work for her. In spite of all this stuff that's going on with Twitch, she's got a great family situation, it sounds like. If she continues to work on those cycles, let go of old obsolete cycles, they'll do great. Twitch may be a problem now and in the future. I'm getting some indication that this is now in the future. And on top of that, she has a community. She has some extremely loyal fans who are going to do amazing things for her, but they're also going to cause a reckoning with her. These are fans who have been there for a long, long time. She may have multiple reckonings, in fact, with her. She may rethink her celebrity status multiple times at multiple levels. Twitch may constantly cause her to question, do I want to continue to do this? But I wonder how long she's going to stick around just because her fans love her so much. And this is where she's going to need to tap into therapy, tap into what makes her the very, very happiest, what genuinely brings her joy, what gives her relief from celebrity status. I don't think that humans have really evolved to be this kind of world famous, right? I don't know that we've evolved, and I definitely don't feel like everybody is suited personality-wise for fame. But I do see her fans doing something to keep her anchored. I know the anchor pops up here, but this would also be in this same kind of, vertical, this same row, that her fans are kind of going to anchor her in a way that may not always be the best for Kayla specifically. lilsimsie, great. For the brand, great. But for Kayla, on a personal level, is that always going to be the best for her? And yeah, I see this only speeding up in the future. If she establishes herself, expands from where she's established her platform, if she continues to grow, this is only going to get faster. And I suspect that this connection is just going to become more of a cycle. Those cycles are going to come through. You're going to notice that it hits the diamond on top of the ring and then comes back around and hits the diamond again more quickly each time, right? And she's going to continue to ask more frequently, is this for me? On the fourth row, I see a lot of conflict with what she's grown over all these years. Do I want to continue to do this? She's encouraged to tap into her intuition. That's where the success is. There's some destruction here. Now, this is interesting. This is Dan facing some kind of deception from the community that's going to be ultimately destructive. And she's going to find success with this situation. She and Dan are going to find success with this situation if both of them tap into their intuition together. They need to put their heads together here. They will be successful. She's still going to unlock a lot of conversation around her, but this is going to be the kind of conversation that says, Kayla's really up-leveled herself as a person. Some of it's going to be just angry, jealous, you're a better person and I don't like that. I refuse to work on myself, that kind of conversation. But a lot of these community members are going to say, wow, I knew I liked you for a reason. Yeah, so conflict, intuition, you can get through. Kayla can get through this conflict. Kayla and Dan can get through this conflict using their intuition. It's something that's been growing for a while. And it's something that's going to throw up quite a bit of confusion. In the future, this is not about their kid or kids, okay, but this would be about stuff that is unexpected. I wasn't expecting this to come from this corner. And it might isolate them, in the sense that other people, they're going to they're encouraged to keep their innocence, so to speak. And I suspect that has to do with selling out. Selling out a contract, becoming more advertiser friendly. I mean, I know that Kayla's already like ultra family friendly, but this would be about her starting to do sponsorships, advertisements, even low-key commercials. And other people are going to be doing that kind of thing. I wonder if the whole customer service program isn't going to be more about advertising yourself if you're in the partner program. This is going to throw up some, like, what do we do here? Do I want to do this? And their choice is going to isolate them from other streamers. Other streamers are going to choose to sell out. And these folks, Kayla and Dan, may choose not to. In fact, at the very, very tail end in 2032, I kind of see them clamming up when it comes to the outside world. They're going to start not broadcasting their life as much. If they have kids, you may not see many pictures of those kids. You may not see any videos of those kids. They're going to go into a much more private life. They're going to quickly do this too. It feels like this isolation from other streamers might actually be to their advantage. Spirit is saying absolutely to their advantage. Spirit, would you like me to cover anything more? Okay. So with Grand Tableaus, honestly, we could go on for a long time. You saw me read the houses up on this first row. I didn't do all the houses on every single last coin. We could have gone through all of these vertical rows. We didn't do that. We could have done 9 coin spreads with each of these placements. This could have gone on for hours, but I think that the information here that we've got is great. I got a sensation that Dan and Kayla were on a really, really good path as people, as a couple, as a family, that kind of thing. And that was awesome, encouraging, right? It's kind of a relief from from past readings. So no more information is needed here, but we can do one more sound bath, okay? I hope that you folks have a great day, and I wish Dan and Kayla a great next decade of their life. Y'all have a great day.